Hello dear students, myself Bhagwan Sarode from Gokhale Education Societies, JDC Bitco English Medium High School, Nasik Road. Welcome back on my YouTube channel, Learn 8th Standard English Textbook. Dear students, in today's video, we are going to learn Unit 2.2, that is the lesson, Nature created man and woman as equals. According to Mahatma Gandhiji, woman is the companion of man gifted with equal mental capacity. It means nature created man and woman as equals. Now let's see a warming up exercise. So here we go. First warming up question is here. Study the pictures below and note down the differences. This warming up activity shows how a man discriminates against women. In the first picture, the boy is going to school, whereas the girl is doing household work. That is, she is carrying the pot of water. In the second picture, on the right side picture, you can see both the boy and girl are going to school together. Down, you can see the first picture shows a housewife doing work for her house and her baby. And in the second picture, we have a woman who has a teaching career. Question number B, C, and D. Complete it by yourself and write down all these questions in your notebook. Now let's learn lesson 2.2, that is nature created man and woman as equals. This lesson teaches us that gender equality. It means that women and men and girls and boys enjoy the same rights, resources, opportunities and protections. It doesn't require that girls and boys or women and men be the same or that they are be treated exactly alike. First, I will read the paragraph and I will explain the lesson with glossary. Lesson 2.2, Nature created man and woman as equals. First paragraph. The house and its surroundings are a sight of peace in the early morning of April. It nestles by the side of small stream of crystal clear water. The stream tumbles down the green mountains only 2 miles or so away. There is a stretch of hundreds of acres of fertile land rolling with yellow mustard flower. Between the mountain range and the house, a garden is in front of the house. Trees of many kinds bearing flowers of various hues and fruits grow on all sides of the house. The courtyard smells of jasmine, which blooms in the bunches of white pearls. The fragrance mingles with the thin smoke that rises from sweet smelling incense sticks. The burning incense sticks are glowing at the altar of God in the middle of courtyard. Glossary. Nestles. It means it's close to. Second, rolling. It means extending in long gentle slopes. Third, fragrance. It means pleasant smell. Dear students, in the beginning, there is given such a beautiful introduction of the house. Here, a beautiful surrounding of the house in the early morning of the April is picturized. There is a small stream of crystal clear water close to the house. The stream is flowing down in the green mountain. There is a hundred of acres of fertile land with mustard flowers. There is a beautiful garden in front of the house. There are flowers of various hues. Hues means various colors. And fruits grow on all sides of the house. The courtyard of the house smells of jasmine. The pleasant smell mixed with the smoke that comes from sweet smelling incense sticks. It means agarbatti. Thus, in the beginning, a beautiful surroundings of the house is picturized. Next paragraph. Ashangbi is in her reading room and is busy writing an article. She is a middle aged mother of three children and a journalist and women's rights activist. Lantoy, her youngest daughter, enters the room. She is an intelligent girl. Today she looks thoughtful and she takes a seat by her mother's side. At the sight of her child, Ashangbi lovingly asks, "Have you finished your study, my dear?" "Yes, mother, I finished it at last night. Today, being a Sunday, I want to do something interesting," Lanthoy says and waits for her mother's response. "Tell me what you want to do," Ashangbi asks her quite amused. "Mother, tomorrow I am going to represent the Siroy Lily House as a speaker in a symposium at our school. The topic is God created men and women as equals. Will you spare some time to have a discussion with me?" Lanthoy presses on her mother. Glossary: Symposium. It means a meeting at which experts have discussion on a particular subject. Second, presses on. It means persuades someone to do something. Here we are introduced two characters. The first one is Ashangbi, who is a mother, and second one is her daughter, that is Lanthoy. Ashangbi is a successful woman who is middle-aged mother of three children. She is a writer as well as journalist. She is a women's right activist where she fights for women's right. Her daughter Lanthoy, she is an intelligent girl. She has been given chance to take a part in a symposium in the school. Symposium means a meeting at which experts have discussion on a particular subject. Lantoy is going to represent the Siroy Lily House as a speaker in a symposium at her school on the topic God created men and women as equals. She is knowing that her mother works for the benefit of women. She thought she could have a discussion with her mother on this topic. Lanthoy believed in her mother's opinion and thought, so she wanted to discuss this topic with her mother. Lanthoy has just had a discussion with her father on the topic. Tomba, her father, is a husband supportive of the activities of his wife and a loving father. He is a lawyer and a social worker who advocates the cause of women. He is always proud of his wife, the two daughters, and the son. In times of need, he extends his helping hand to his wife and children and to the society at large. He does not discriminate between a man's work and a woman's work anywhere. Glossary: Discriminate. It means treat one person or group better or worse than another in an unfair way. He shares equally with his wife in doing the household chores like cleaning, washing, cooking, and feeding the children. Had he not shared in these activities in the way he does, his wife would not have been a successful professional. He wholeheartedly believes in equality irrespective of class, religion, and gender. In his discussion with his daughter, he lamentates over the great injustice done on women in the society, telling her, "My dear child, the world is still full of inequalities. We have to find a way to bring equality between men and women." Glossary: Gender. It means fact of being a male or female. Second, lamentates. It means expresses grief and sorrow. Lantha is an intelligent girl. She is going to take part in symposium in the school. So she always thinking on the topic. Then she discuss with her father on the topic. Tomba, who is the father of Lantai. Tomba is another important character. He is very supportive husband because he help his wife and children. He is loving father. He is a lawyer and a social worker who advocates the cause of women. He never discriminates between a man's work and a woman's work anywhere. He also shares household works with his wife like cleaning, washing, cooking and feeding children because he believes in value of equality. He believes in equality irrespective of class, religion and gender. In discussion with his daughter, he expresses sorrow over the great injustice done on women in the society. Tomba explains his daughter that we have to find a way to bring equality between men and women. Next paragraph. Her father's words are still ringing in the ears of Lantoy, and she tells her mother of what her father has told her. Appreciative of her husband for his view, Ashangbi says, your father is right. In no society do women enjoy the same opportunities enjoyed by men. It is because of your father that I feel no difference or inequality at home. But outside our home, I have seen that women have been subjugated in many ways. It is against that will of God. God has sent men and women to our earth to share the joys and sorrows of life equally, to share His blessings and to enjoy the bounty of nature equally. This is what your topic means. Glossary. Subjugated. It means controlled and dominated over. Her father's words are still ringing in the ears of Lanthai, and she tells her mother what her father has told her. Then Lanthai having a discussion with her mother regarding the topic men and women created as equals. Ashangbi appreciates the view of her husband regarding women and men equality. She also explains that in no society do women enjoy the same opportunities enjoyed by men. It is also because of your father that I feel no difference or inequality at home. Ashangbi believes that God has sent men and women to our earth to share the joys and sorrows of life equally, to share his blessings and to enjoy the bounty of nature. Thus, Ashangbi explains to her daughter Lanthoi about the topic, that is, God has created men and women as equals. Next paragraph. Ashangbi knows well that men and women are equal. Women, who are half of the human race, are as important as men. She writes and talks about such topics. Her daughter, though a child, also understands well that her mother is not a person of lesser quality than her father. She says, our home is full of love with your mother. The mother beams with joy at the words of her daughter. As a matter of fact, mother is the fountain of love in a family. This bond of love is beyond comparison with anything else in the world. It is because of this that motherhood has been glorified and women accept the challenges in life to become a mother. Glossary. Glorified. It means praise. Second, pioneer. It means a person who is among the first to take up cause of especially in a new region. Ashangbi notes well that men and women are equal. She also explained that women are as important as men. She also writes and talks about such a topics, especially on the women and equality, because she is a writer and she is a journalist. Ashangbi's child also understands that her mother and father having a similar qualities. So she says our home is full of love with your mother. She also explained that mother is the fountain of love in a family. This bond of love is beyond comparison with anything else in the world. It is because of motherhood. Woman is the only one person who accept the challenges in life to become a mother. Next paragraph, showing deep affection, Ashangbi continues, pioneer woman. testify to the equality of women with the men. Actually, life is not possible without both women and men. Lantoy has been fascinated by the stories of pioneer women. Her grandmother had narrated many stories of the brave queens like Linthoi and Kurunganaini, who were as brave as kings. There were also many brave women among the common people. These women, as her grandmother narrated, were makers of home, family, society, and the nation. They were civilizing influences. At the same time, they were also adventurers who climbed their shares in free land, fluff, and raised crops with their own hands and drove cattle. Modern women have become mountaineers, naturalists, astronauts, scientists, soldiers, and political leaders. This prove that there is nothing a woman cannot do, and also that women and men were created as equals. Glossary: Pioneer. It means a person who is among the first to take up a cause, especially in a new region. Second, testify. It means provide proof or evidence. Next, civilizing. It means educating. Ashangbi continues discuss with her daughter Lanthoi regarding the topic men and women equality. She gives some examples of pioneer women for the equality of women and men. She also added that life is not possible without both women and men. Lantoy has been fascinated by the stories of pioneer women, and her grandmother also narrated many stories of brave queens like Lintoy Gambi and Kurunganain, who were as brave as kings. Lantoy's grandmother had narrated so many stories of brave women like mountaineers, naturalists, astronauts, scientists, soldiers, and political leaders. These prove that there is nothing a woman cannot do, and also that women and men were created as equals. It means women have capability to do anything in the world. Next paragraph. Then she asked her mother further, Mother, you have thrown light on the equality of men and women, and also have emphasized that the world is still an unequal world. Then, what I would like to know is if there are moral, social, and legal provisions to enable women to express their physical and mental potential and to set themselves free from suppression. Amazed at the curiosity of her daughter, Ashangbi adds, there are many under the aegis of the United Nations. There is a declaration for a new world of equality. It has the following dimensions: A. Equal access to basic social services, including health and education. B. Equal participation in political and economic decision making. C. Equal reward for equal work. And D. Elimination of discrimination and violence against women. Glossary. First, throw light on. It means to give information or explanation. Second, legal, related to law. Third, potential. It means the qualities that exist and can be developed. Fourth, under the aegis. It means with the protection or support of a particular organization of person. Next, dimensions. It means aspects. Last, elimination. It means getting rid of. Ashangbi has given lot of important information to Lanthoi regarding equality of men and women, and also emphasized on inequality between men and women in the world. Lanthoi asked to her mother legal provisions to enable women to express their physical and mental potential. Ashangbi gets amazed with the curiosity of her daughter regarding equality of men and women. Ashangbi also guides to her daughter that United Nations also given protection to women. It has the following dimension such as a equal access to basic social services including health and education. It means women also get social services like health and education. B. Equal participation in political and economic decision making means women also has the right to take part in political and economical decision making. C. Equal reward for equal work means women also right to get the equal reward for equal work means women can get the equal payment and equal reward for the equal work like men. And last one, elimination of discrimination and violence against women means we cannot discriminate between men and women, and also we cannot violence against women. Last paragraph. Then the mother concluded, my dear daughter, we can affirm along with the United Nations that men and women are equals. Lantoy understands what her mother means and what the topic of the symposium means. Thus, confident of success, the next day, after thanking her mother, the girl of 12 happily rushes out of the room in the bright morning sun. The blue sky meets the range of the eastern mountains. The small girl is always fascinated by the small trail which winds up the distant purple mountain. Finally, after the long discussion with her mother, Lantoy has understood the importance of the topic and also what it means that men and women are created equally in the world. In the next day, Lantoy was very happy and very confident that to put her views and opinion at the symposium. Thus, Lantoy has understood that nature, that is, God, has created men and women as equals. Dear students, here we have completed the lesson Unit 2.2, that is, nature created man and woman as equals. Dear students, homework for you. Homework is complete all the questions answer from English workshop which is given on textbook page number 34 and 35. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.